Forget everything you thought you knew about smart cars, because this has been re-engineered, redesigned, and it's now properly recharged. Today we have the smart #1 just for you. Now I'm Duncan Vincent, this is the Arnold Clark YouTube channel. Like and subscribe. Now the overall concept of smart cars has changed. As you can see, the car is now a lot bigger than they used to be, and they're only building EVs from now on in. The front end of the car is very appealing, I like it, it's nice and round, it looks good, it's aerodynamic, and I do like the CyberSpark headlights, which are joining into a nice light bar in the front, and you know just how much I'm a fan of light bars. 19-inch alloy wheels come as standard, and big door mirrors help make sure you see everything out the side of the car. We've got a lovely sill here as well that blends into the door, and I'm a big fan of the roof. It looks like it's been draped over the car. Overall, a lovely side profile. The back of the car has some lovely distinguishing features. I am a fan of the two-stage bumper, the silver, which leads in towards the dark area of the bumper and also houses the parking sensors. Again, there's a light bar all the way across it, and one of the cool things about the lights is you have smart in there, but there's also some bubbles which look like molecules which work their way across the light bar. Now the boot itself is round about 270 litres of boot space, and there's also a 17-litre frunk in the front. So you can put some junk in your frunk or some loot in your boot. The interior of the car is lovely and stylish and comfortable. You get a nice partial leather interior, and when you find yourself in the seats, they're easily adjusted down the side here. You can adjust them up, down, backwards and forwards. And the steering wheel, well, I like it because my hands don't encroach on any of the buttons when I'm holding the wheel. Great visibility off the dashboard there, and we've got our main instrument panel here which has effectively no lag on it. Driving controls are on the stock here. When you go into reverse, you get a big 360 camera which will appear on the front of that screen there, which along with the mirrors will make it easier for you to park into those tight spaces that you find yourself in. Now I know you love storage, and this car has absolutely loads of it, and there's even a couple of USB chargers in there for you as well. There's a big bin by your knees, the glove box is huge, as are the door bins. The sunroof has a big blind which covers it, and just pull this toggle switch back and the blind will open all the way to the back of the vehicle, letting in some lovely precious sunlight. But overall, it's a pretty comfortable vehicle to be in, and that means there's only one thing for us left to do. Let's take it out on the road for a drive. So I have driven a lot of smart cars in my time, the very early editions, the tiny little city two-seater ones that Smart tried to brand and push as hard as they could, and what I remember about them, they rattled, they felt every single bump, and cat's eyes were a no-no, and you really used to hurt your back getting in them and being driven in them. So yeah, this car completely different from that, big step forward. Driving along on the motorway, national speed limit just now, tiny wind noise, if any. The car's shaped so well that the air's so slippery over the top of it. Road noise, non-existent as well. And it cruises along, doing 70 miles an hour perfectly, effortlessly. We've come from the motorway, we're now on a lovely country road here, very undulating, a couple of good corners involved in it. I've got the steering on heavy, and it just is perfect. These big 19-inch alloy wheels in this car really give you a great feedback from what the car's doing, and the way the car's laid out, there's a wheel effectively on each corner, very similar to what the original Mini was, and it just gives you that kind of almost go-kart feel for driving. Lovely thing to drive on the motorway, and just as much fun to drive on this kind of twisty, undulating, smooth country road, because they're not all smooth. 3 modes, Eco, Comfort and Sport. Right now we're cruising along in Sport, so if we need to put the foot down, it's got a fair bit of urgency. Visibility is really good out with this car. Because the dashboard sits so low in the car, it makes you feel like you're sitting high even though you're not. You get a great view out through the windscreen. The A-pillars don't get in the road at all, and looking through the back rearview mirror, really clear. Big window out the back which gives you great visibility. And for driving on the country roads, if we're driving around about 50-60 miles per hour, the car does really like to hold the road well. The door mirrors are large. They also have a little tweak when you put it into the reverse mode with your driving controls. The mirrors just angle, just so you can see something that's maybe in the blind spot or an area where you can't see. I like the feel on the accelerator pedal. You don't have to put huge amounts of effort into moving it to get a reaction from the car. And there's on the other side a nice little footrest for my left foot, so I could just sit there and nestle away and enjoy the journey along this long, straight, smooth motorway that we're on. So, you okay down there, foot? Good. If I could say one thing about when you're in sport mode and you do actually get to a few, shall we say, lumpy, bumpy bits in the road, it does feel just a little bit bouncy, the car, when you're in sport mode and you're maybe doing 70 miles per hour, that is. A little bit firmer suspension would be perfect, but, you know, I think I'm splitting hairs now, really am. As I'm driving, the instrument panel, which we've got the sat-nav on just now, if you do need to get maybe back to change a driving mode, such as the regeneration or to change your steering, very easy to do, and there is no lag on that, it's instantaneous. That's very much a Mercedes-Benz feature, and it's not something that they've just dropped in from a previous car. It's an all new package for the Smart #1. Now, I'm 6'2", give or take a couple of inches, and one thing I do notice about this smart car is the headroom. There's a lot of room where I'm sitting. You can tend to feel claustrophobic in small cars, but smart cars, they're not small anymore. This is like a normal car. I've done quite a bit of driving in this Smart #1 now, and I've got to admit I'm a fan. It's very comfortable, it holds the road really well. I think the brakes are fabulous, really good feeling back from the brakes. Even from the seating position to where I've got the steering wheel, everything just feels really good and really nice. Sat-navs. Sometimes they lag, sometimes they don't. This one doesn't. It gives you an actual real-time countdown of when you need to be turning off the road you're on. I like that because I've been caught out with sat-nav. I've turned down the wrong lane, the country road, missed the motorway slip road. Yeah, I've done it all. Let us know in the comments below. Have you been caught out by a laggy sat-nav? City driving, right in the middle of the city centre, and this is where Smart originally wanted their cars to be. Let's see how this one gets on. I've put the steering to super light, so let's see if it's going to be nice and easy for us to drive. But right now, we're driving in a straight line, so it should be okay. I think it's robust, there's a good word for it. It's not feeling like it's being bullied around in the city, where the tiny little smart car would have. I think this is one of the main things that's good about an electric car. City driving. You don't have that clutch control, you know, it's very much like driving an automatic petrol engine, but it's just nice and relaxed, it's chilled out. When I first got in the car, the range was 138 miles for us. We've now got a range of 68 miles left. We've got 41% battery. We started off with 68% battery. It's good on its battery life. It's obviously quite good in the regen as well. I have had it at strong, so it's been putting quite a lot back into the battery. But it will also charge from 10 to 80% in 30 minutes. It's quite a quick charger on a DC charger. That's my thoughts on the Smart #1, but you can let us know in the comments below if you agree with what I think. This has been the Arnold Clark YouTube channel. I've been Duncan Vincent, and you can like and subscribe and hit the bell icon so you never miss an upload from us. Till next time, take care.